Hello, treasures. It's Nassimbwa coming back with another pregnancy update. I am now, hold your breath, 29 weeks. I told you in my last video that I had my son at 25 weeks, and I have surpassed that by 4 weeks. I am 29 weeks, feeling very, very pregnant. That's why I haven't posted in a while because I just been out of it, but I have somehow found some energy today. Actually, today is the day, January, well, actually tonight. So I went in labor January, excuse me, oh my goodness, pregnancy symptoms, the burping. So I went into labor January 20th or January 19th, today or tomorrow. I went into labor at 25 weeks, and today I'm pregnant again, but this time the baby has surpassed 25 weeks. To say I'm super excited is not even in question. I just feeling so blessed to have made it this far. I pray that I make it further along. I had my appointment with my MFM, and she said that she wants to plan for a C-section at 39 weeks. I'm thinking it will be at 37 weeks, but she's saying 39 weeks. So I'm like, I am holding on to the ride and just praying to God that I can just make it to full term, because I do not want to go through the NICU journey again. And I can plan things, but God has already ordained what is going to happen with our baby. But I do not want to go through the NICU journey again. The NICU journey was so hard, which is actually what this video is about. I wanted to talk about my NICU journey with my miracle baby, Josiah. He was born at 25 weeks, 1 pound, 9 ounces. He was so tiny. I'm going to put a picture up so you can see it. And his birthday is January 21st, and he'll be 3. He is a thriving 3-year-old boy by the grace of God. But let me tell y'all, the NICU journey, and if you're just starting the NICU journey or you're in the thick of the NICU journey, just know that it's literally a journey. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. So I'm going to talk about, so in the last video, my pregnancy video, I talked about how, I went to labor with Josiah at 25 weeks. So I'm going to talk about when he was born. So, okay, he was born, right, at 25 weeks. So small, so tiny, 1 pound, 9 ounces, y'all. I did not think he was gonna survive. Like, I thought he wasn't gonna make it. He was so small, so tiny, but he was like kicking and doing things. I'm like, oh my God, God is so good. And then they take him to the NICU journey. Mind you, I had him vaginally. They take him to the NICU. So when my epidural wore off is when they said I was gonna be able to go see him. So I my husband wheelchaired me to the NICU. I look at him and I just start bawling. I just start crying because he had all these um wires on him. He had IVs on him. They had like a breathing ventilation thing on him. I forgot exactly what the terms are, so forgive me. But he had this like breathing things on him, and he was just, oh my goodness, my poor baby. I was just like, and then mind you, and then I said my poor baby, and just I said Josiah. Jeff was like, my husband's name is Jeff. He was like, don't ever say that again. Don't ever say my poor baby. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And I said, my strong baby. That's what we'll say. If even if poor wants to come to my mind, we will not say that. We will say my strong baby. So from that day on, I was like, my strong baby. But Lord, it was so hard to see him that way. He can literally fit inside of my husband's palm. I mean, you can see. So he had everything. Like he had his eyes, he had his nose, legs, everything. He was healthy. He was just small, and at this point it was time for him to grow outside of the womb. Mm. So I wasn't able to hold him or anything. He was too small. I was able to pump some milk from my boobies. Um, and they did give him a little bit of it, but it was mostly he was getting, um, he had, so like an IV that had different like vitamins and things of that nature on it. I don't know the terminology. I've just done forgot the terminology. It's been 3 years, but he was like getting like nutrients and stuff from the IV. The next day came and they said that I had to leave the hospital. I had to leave the hospital and I had to leave my baby boy in the hospital. I remember it like yesterday. I cried like a baby all the way home. My husband was trying to console me. He's like, everything is going to be okay. I'm like, no, but I don't want to leave my baby. I want to take him with us. I want this. He's like, he's in the best place. He's in the best place. Granted, he was at the best place at the moment, but I just did not want to leave my baby. It's so hard. Like your baby is literally in the hospital, who just came from your womb, and you're not going to be able to see him. So I tell you, I came home. It was hard. All I can think about was him. All I can think about was Josiah. I'm like, the next day, I'm going to see my baby. And every day after that, he spent 4 months in the NICU. Every day after I left that hospital, I literally went to go see my baby. Even if it was for like 30 minutes, I had to see my baby. I missed one day, and that was because I went to a friend's party, but that's a different story. It was like my self care day. It took everything for me to miss that one day, but I missed that one day. Um, and it was not an easy journey. It was ups, it was downs. He didn't have any major problems. He was just there for breathing, to get better, and also to be a better eater. Those first couple of weeks, they actually call it like the honeymoon phase, because they come out and everything is like, I'm not going to say perfect, but the baby doesn't really have that the baby isn't showing that many issues. It's like maybe after like a week, that they start to realize, oh, the baby may have this, the baby may have that. With Josiah, he didn't have any brain bleeds, thank God. He didn't have any neck, thank God. I was pumping, so I was bringing up breast milk there every day. I was an oversupplier, so my milk was coming like no tomorrow. So I was pumping every day, every 3 hours, because that felt like that was like the least that I can do for my baby. So, 1 week goes by, 2 week goes by, he's getting bigger, 3 week goes by. I'm finally able to hold him. I'm finally able to hold my sweet baby boy. He's so sweet. It was the best moment of my life. I will never forget the day that I was able to hold him. I started, they call it cares, where you're able to, like, change the baby. The diapers were so tiny. Matter of fact, can I just go and get the stuff that I had? Hold on. So I was able to find some of the things. Look at this, y'all. This was literally his diaper. Look at how tiny this is. It's not even as big as my hand. And this was his little hat from time to time. Oh, his little gloves. His little gloves that he had. And then the pressure pump. So this is where they checked his um blood pressure. And this is the first one. This is the second one. As he grew, it started to get bigger and bigger. And I kept those things. This is his little hat. Um, and another little hat that was made there at the hospital. And I brought some clothes there. Um, Another little hat, Strong Mama. I bought this from preemeclothes.com. They have really tiny, tiny clothes. And there's also a place that gifts clothes from the NICU. I'm going to put it in the messages if you're interested in it. And this is just a little bag, which I can actually put all his little goodies in there. And yeah, it was not an easy journey. Someone made this for him in the NICU. Just says his name, Josiah. It was not an easy journey, but I made it. I made it. I was in therapy at the time. I did communicate with family and friends how I was feeling. I had a lot of support from family and friends, which was great. It was not an easy journey, but I made it. There was a light at the end of the tunnel. So if you're in the thick of it, just know that this too will be a distant memory. And let me not say it because it's not a distant memory for me, but it's more so it's it's something, it's a part of my story. It's a part of our story. It's a part of my family story, but it's a part of my story of how I have overcome something that could have broke me. It was something that I didn't imagine going through, something that happened that spontaneously happened, but it was nobody but God that got me through this journey. And I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. Let me see if I can grab my son so he can say hi to you. Say hi. Hi. I love you. I love you. Okay. Bye. Good job. Thank you, treasures, for watching. I appreciate it so much. And I hope to bring you another update very soon.